You suck today, Sturch.
Hey, this is Tony Soprano, and you're listening to Jersey Boyz Podcast with your hosts, Dave Sturchio and the Ernst Boys. I mean, I could give a shit about the Cowboys. We're in New Jersey. These guys got balls being Cowboys fans in Jersey. Anyways, enjoy. Whatever.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!
Good evening, Cowboys Nation. How's everybody doing out there? It's another episode of the Jersey Boyz Podcast coming to you live from my house in Denellen. It's Dave Sturchio, nationally known comedian, Brett Ernst, and of course, it is Christmas time, so it's time to really start Grinching out, and it is the Grinch, America's fan, Keith Ernst. And of course, joining us also is the little cuff link.
Hey, get up, you son of a bitch. He loves you. What a great game. Great Thanksgiving. I was with my brother. It really would have sucked if we lost, but what a great game, man.
What's funny is I was texting the group, and I was like, where the fuck is Brett? Keith was I was like, where the hell's Keith? It's like, he's not fucking answering anything. His couch, what is his phone under the couch? And I was like, you guys are sitting right next to each other.
Yeah.
So that's why that's on me. But anyway, listen, the Dallas Cowboys have won now 3 straight games with their big win over the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving. Very pumped about that. Obviously, the fan base is very, we're jonesing for some more magic as December keeps rolling on. It's a good time to get hot, right? And it's the NFL. The hot teams are either stay hot or they just cool off. Keith, I didn't talk to you much on Thanksgiving, and obviously the Chiefs game plays out the way it plays out. Your reactions right away with the Cowboys being 6-5-1 with a big win over the defending AFC champs.
Well, being 6-5-1, I meant I don't want to, but as beating the Kansas City Chiefs,
yes,
impressive. Because that is a game that we needed and they needed, and we beat them. Very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this team and what they've gone through throughout the course of the year. Obviously, if you just date back a couple episodes, 4 or 5 episodes ago, we're writing them off. We're saying, what the hell's wrong with this team? Can't stop a nosebleed, can't do anything right. And then something obviously turns around. Listen, make no mistake about it. The loss of Marshawn Nealon really rocked this team during the bye week, but at the same time, brought a lot of guys together, brought a lot of fire under this team. And again, they continue. It's not me saying it; they're saying it. They're playing for Marshawn, and I think they're absolutely balling out in the last couple of weeks defensively. More importantly, the defense, and obviously the Quinn Williams trade and Logan Wilson. So, Brett, you watched the same game we all watched. I know we went over a lot of scenarios last time, but at this time, how are you feeling with this win over the Chiefs? Where does it put you as far as confidence?
What's weird is Keith just brought up a point that I didn't really – I realized, but I really didn't realize is how much the Chiefs needed the game. So, they were playing on all cylinders. And they're a good team, man. They're a good team. I mean, they're in a tough conference. They kept it close with a lot of those teams, right, that they played. That made it even more impressive. But still a lot has to happen. We put ourselves in a tough situation right now. And the fact that Green Bay is still winning, there's a couple of scenarios. But even if we win outright, we still need help. So.
Now, understandably so, and the percentages are the percentages. But let's just pretend arbitrarily that they win out, right? 11-5-1, and they miss because we just shot ourselves in the foot this year too many times early. How would you say, like, December 2nd, Brett Ernst is feeling about the 2026 Dallas Cowboys if he can keep this team intact?
It doesn't mean shit because this is just this season. I don't. If we win outright, I don't see us not making the playoffs.
I don't either.
Right? I mean, but again, that NFC West is fucking us up because they've already got 2 teams. But whoever's not winning that division. I mean, San Francisco won.
Yeah.
Seattle playing great, and then the Rams are probably going to get a home field advantage. We still have a strong shot through winning the championship, the NFC East, which is still a possibility. It could be our best play. But again, if we go 11-5-1, if we make the playoffs, I will say this is probably one of my favorite Cowboys seasons of all time, just because of the shit in the beginning and at the end, you know?
Keith, what the landscape of the NFC is not, it's not in our favor right now, just considering how many teams have 9 wins and, there are 8 wins. Do you think even, let's just, again, positive thinking here, and the Cowboys make the playoffs, is this a team that any team wants to face right now? Because this offense, man, it's moving. It's clicking on all cylinders.
There's absolutely no fucking way we do not make the playoffs if we win out. There's absolutely no way. I'll put my left nut on it. I'll put my right nut on it. I'll put all my nuts on it.
All nuts.
There's absolutely no way, because everyone who's playing each other, I understand what all the records are. There's absolutely no way that we are not going to win a tiebreaker with a tie if we win all the rest of the games.
That tie is killing us, Keith.
I think it helps us, bro.
Dude, we're ahead of Carolina because of that tie right now.
Right.
But they have 6 losses.
But bro, it doesn't matter.
And we have one less loss.
There's no way we're going to have an equal record to them.
Well, that's
right now.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't think it goes by wins, not losses, right? So we could, if somebody has the same amount of losses as us, they'll get it because they have one more win.
Correct, but I'm saying in the Cowboys' regards right now, if you finish 11-5-1, I feel like there's going to be a lot of 11-6 teams, right?
Well,
so that's how you win that.
But Carolina is what is Carolina? What's their record right now?
7-6.
Yeah, and we're ahead of them.
We're ahead of them because we have one less loss.
Right,
but I'm just saying, right.
Because
they have a bye this week.
Carolina, yeah, believe so. Yeah, Carolina, San Francisco, because they played 13 games. So Carolina's got a bye this week. Philly. What do you mean Philly? Philly
already had their bye, right?
No, Philly's got the Chargers on Monday night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we can get.
We're all just kind of waiting to see if Justin Herbert's going to play and all this other shit.
But yeah, back to what I was saying though. There's no possible way that if we went outright, we do make the playoffs, but that's not going to happen.
Where do you see the trip? I mean, obviously we'll get into the lines in a little bit.
Something's going to happen.
You would think, right?
Here's the thing.
It feels that way too. I know. I understand.
The next two games. The game coming up against Detroit is really our last tough away game, right? Because then we have the Giants.
That's the end of the year. Yeah.
End of the year, and then what else?
Well, next week we would play the Vikings, who are in completely free fall, and we play the Chargers at home too.
Yeah, and then the next time we play Washington's in Washington. So
correct.
So Washington and the Giants and Detroit are our last away games.
Yes.
So when you break it down, this is our most difficult away game out of all.
Wholeheartedly, wholeheartedly.
Okay. So this game right here is super. Like beyond. Now, you guys listen to me, and I come on to these guys a lot every time they say must win, big, all that kind of stuff. To me, this is, if you hear me say this, it's the truth. This is the biggest game of the year to me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This game. Well, you guys have already said we've had the biggest game of the year 5 times.
But I stood on that, and so did Brett.
No, to me, Philly and Kansas said we didn't want to.
Yeah, but think about it like this, Keith. At 3-5-1, every game was the biggest game of the year going forward. But
true. But when I say the biggest game, I meant this right here is like, it's one of those where even if we lost one of those games, you get what this right here is, because it's the last difficult away game, is the most reason, is the biggest reason why. And secondly, if we could, and I'm looking at our defense here, if we can shut down this rushing attack, we have moved to an average to just maybe a little above average defense. Right now, I think we're still lingering from average to below average. But if we could shut this rushing attack down, which both combined running backs with Gibbs and Montgomery, both of them lead the NFL as far as duos go in running backs. Mm-hmm. They have over 1,500 yards together. And they're going to run since they don't have St. Brown.
That's a big. Well, here's the thing with that.
Mm-hmm.
So with St. Brown out, right? You're looking at this Lions team, obviously hampered from what they can absolutely deliver when St. Brown is in. But the problem is now you have St. Brown out, you have Laporta out, right? You're looking at this Lions offense, and just since Thanksgiving alone, like you're looking at their game against the Packers and how they were down with the Giants, and like the offense isn't clicking. But like you said, Jahmyr Gibbs is probably the fastest man alive at this point, right? And like if he gets to the outside or cuts a hole and breaks one, he's gone, right? And there's nothing you could do. Go ahead, bro.
I want to say this. I don't know if he's able to start, but don't start Diggs this game.
Well, he's trending up to start this game.
Yeah,
well, at least play.
We don't
Keep him out.
You keep him out. Bring him in on maybe long passing situations, but this is going to be a run-heavy team.
So you need somebody who can actually tackle.
Yeah. Get a corner in there that wants to hit. And I don't think Diggs should start this game. I don't think it's going to move the needle. Our defense is gelling. It's playing well, and I
don't want to see him the rest of the season.
So
that's just me personally.
I mean, yeah, look, he has his downfalls. A lot of people are saying
he's got to be 100% in order for him to be that effective.
Right. And a lot of people are saying that he's coming back, again, take it for what it's worth, but like he's coming back with higher spirits, and he's he's pumped, and this is that third.
He's not,
and that's fine.
100% is not. It's not.
Dude, watching this defense all year, when he was in there, when Gavone Clark was in there, when all these other players are in there, I'm telling you, they are not good at the run. They're not. And I agree that Trayvon Diggs falls under that category. And I don't want to hear Deion Sanders and all that shit either, because he's not Deion Sanders.
Mm-mm.
And my whole thing with Detroit is they are one of the best teams at running the screen pass. One of the best.
Mm-hmm.
They scored the last 2 games. They scored on screen passes. So that is one of our weakest. Has been in the past, especially with Diggs out there, who's afraid to come up and make a hit.
Well, but there's also the overshown factor, which that's a big reason why the screens have been. He's gone coast to coast, back and forth. Yeah, that guy is sick, bro.
He's back.
I'm sure the coaches know better. And
what's funny? I don't know if anybody's brought this up. Maybe they have. I don't know. But the Cowboys made a sneaky signing this past weekend. I don't know if anybody saw that, but we signed Izzy, the running back.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can't even pronounce his last name, and I'm sorry, I'm not even going to try. But what I do know is that he was one of the fastest running backs out of Pitt coming out of college, right? And there was a lot of people on the draft sites. Oh, we got to get this guy. We got to get this guy, right? And before Jaden Blue was there in the 5th, like, this is the guy you got to go get. Now, I wonder if you brought this kid in simply because of his speed. And the reason, and I'm not even talking about him playing this week, I'm talking about him mimicking Jahmyr Gibbs on the scout team.
That's a good call. I didn't see where you were going with this.
Like I'm not saying like sign him to the active roster, let him spin. No. I'm saying if we want to get reps against one of the fastest dudes in the league, you can't replicate that with Hunter Lipke. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't replicate it unless you get a guy in there to do it.
You could do it with Turpin. You
could. Yeah, you could. But again, Turpin's got to be. Yeah, I get it. But
he's a receiver.
Exactly. Yeah. And again, I don't know what the Jaden Blue has been in the doghouse. Don't know what's going on with him. Don't know if it's a complete bust of a pick. I don't know. We won't find out. But what we saw out of Malik Davis on Thanksgiving was everything that we needed Jaden Blue to be. Like it's the truth.
No, I almost called him Miles Davis. It almost came out of my mouth. But yeah.
But I'm just saying, like all of a sudden, you do have a 1-2 punch. And again, it's Malik Davis. He's been on the practice squad. He's been cut, waived, other teams. Like I get it. He's a journeyman. But the dude can run. And I think that doom's large when it comes to the practice and the get ready for this game. Unfortunately, I saw Patrick Walker and Nick Harris. They put out their injury report today. 2 days in a row. No Jadeveon Clowney. Did not practice. So now I'm thinking that he's probably going to miss this thing.
No,
dude, when you log two DNPs
on a short week,
short week.
No. Well, and I'm trying to say that's why it's a short week.
and he's
It's
probably
different.
tender and he's older and
Well,
and,
I was looking at it like that too. I was like, maybe it's just Veterans Day rest, like all that shit.
Yeah,
But like, this is 2 days in a row now.
but you're at that age, that level, that experience. You don't need the practice. You need the recoup
Okay.
time.
Hey,
He's
listen.
probably sitting in a tub
I'm
and getting stretched
Dude,
out.
I mean, we keep talking about the defense, and we very rarely bring him up. And
he was a
he was our best defensive player on that day.
100%.
And it might not even have been close. We talk about Overshown, we talk about all this. This guy, man, what do you have? 2 sacks and I think 6 tackles total.
How hard is it to bring down Mahomes, by the way? Like,
Exactly. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And what's impressing me with him is him stopping the run as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I've been watching more clips in my feed. I sent you one about the Micah thing.
Yes.
Where they were saying that, people are coming around to that trade, which we all kind of saw, that the interior, that was really what we needed. And if you think about this as a GM, and we shit on Jerry a lot, okay?
I can't now.
Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark. We got 2 first-round picks. We got Pickens for a 3rd-round pick. Think about that. As a GM,
listen,
that's a fucking major move. And I'm thinking that maybe because we've always had talent, we've always had great players. Maybe it's just the Jones at picking coaches. I mean,
but honestly,
wait, with Jimmy Johnson, okay, yeah, that was his biggest move, and we built the team, but then they had a falling out. And we really have had problems with the head coaches since then. And you can't count Switzer.
But no, Bill Walsh. No, I'm sorry, Bill Parcells.
Yeah. But I will say to disagree and push back a little bit. I understand that Shoddy is a first-year head coach. He's been around football for his entire life, right?
No, he's doing great. He's doing great.
He's up, no bullshit. He could be a candidate for coach of the year, and I'm not fucking around.
If we
listen, if it pans out the way it pans out, he could be a candidate simply because of what he's done with this Cowboys team. They didn't blink, guys. You know what I mean? Like the 3-5-1, everybody's like, oh, I don't know. They didn't blink. They made a couple moves. Go ahead.
My comment wasn't mostly shitting on Shoddy. It was mostly saying, really, when you look at what he did as a GM this year, I mean, maybe we should have did it earlier. I don't know if we were able to, but that's pretty fucking impressive to have 2 first-round picks, get Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams, and then to get Pickens for it was a third round.
Third,
right?
yeah.
Third round, yeah.
But the way I see it is, and again, you can't predict this kind of stuff, right? Jerry Jones trades away Micah, and I saw that clip, and it's very, very possible, right? At the end of the day, it's very, very possible that the Micah Parsons trade worked out for both teams. I know that's crazy, right? I know it's an anomaly to say like who won the trade. Maybe both teams benefited. And the reason why I say that is because maybe the Dallas Cowboys realized this whole Micah thing just wasn't going to pan out.
Well, I was just going to give him the credit, but even though we both kind of harped on it, the edge rusher is really not as important as that interior, which we were
100% based off of what we were lacking. We couldn't stop the run inside, right? So like maybe Jerry Jones looks at this as saying, look, I'm going to trade this. It's going to shock the world. It's going to rumble everybody. It's going to make everybody go crazy. But hear me out, as Jerry Jones would say, hear me out. If we can get to the deadline in competition mode, like saying like we're not out of it yet, we might be struggling a little bit, like things might look bleak. If we can get to the trade deadline, there will be people available. And we can turn these picks that we got from Micah into something special. And we did that already with Quinnen Williams.
But here's the difference. Everybody was like, oh, you got rid of your best defensive player, blah, blah, blah. We were mad that this didn't happen sooner. Right? Like people are coming around to the decision now, and it's not about being right or wrong or who's right about this. Because in the beginning, everybody's like, what are you guys doing?
Right. To me, if you were going to trade,
we needed this earlier.
If you were going to trade Micah Parsons and that was on the table, they probably should have did it before last year's draft, right? Like picked up a couple picks for last year's draft.
We may not have had the Kenny Clarks and the Quinnen Williams.
Well, again, these are the things that Jerry did and pulled off, and a lot of people don't give him enough credit. And I think Jerry Jones has caught a lot of shit, and obviously rightfully so in certain areas. But like for this team to be 6-5-1 right now, and to add the guys they added and to have a dynamic duo, bro, we have not had this. I don't give a shit. We have not had this dynamic duo since Irvin and Harper. Call me crazy, but I don't think it's been there. I don't care. We had Dez at one point, and with a couple of good pieces, right? We had Amari Cooper with good pieces, and then I believe we had Lamb and Cooper at one point, but you just knew Cooper was on that downside. These two guys are so dynamic that they make people they put defensive coordinators in a blender. Like, you cannot shift and double one of these guys because the other guy's going up and he's going to get that ball. And for Dak Prescott on Thanksgiving alone, to take those early shots where I'm like, all right, we're just trying to kill some clock here. Let's manage that. And he chucks up a bomb to CeeDee Lamb. You've never seen that. Why have you not seen that? Because we haven't had the personnel to do that, right? So, like, we're looking at this and we're like, okay, what else can they do? Now I'm looking at the leaderboard. Bro, Javonte Williams, Brett, is 6th in the NFL in rushing. 6th. We haven't had anybody scratch the surface of fucking top 10. And, like, I can't even, DeMarco Murray. It's been forever since we had such a well-balanced offense. And, oh, by the way, Dak Prescott gets it now. He gets it now, man. You and I are agreeing that we're not nervous when he drops back. He's going to lace it in. Listen, were there a couple balls against Kansas City that probably should have been picked? 100%. 100%.
There was two, and one, again, you never know if it's the receiver. And then the interception, he was hit on that, which nobody brought that up. I mean, we did.
Oh, yeah, no, I knew he was hit as soon as he was throwing it.
But people were talking even during the game, they didn't, that's really, because they said it was a bad decision. It's like, no, I think he was hit on that play, which he was.
Absolutely was.
But yeah, I mean, the offense has been clicking all year. It was obviously the defense. And like we said, if we even played like a quarter of better the first, fucking 5-6 games, we should have 2 more wins.
Bro, I said it in the beginning of the year. Like, the Dallas Cowboys were 31st, 32nd in defense. If you got them to 21-20, like, they were going to make some noise. And right now, like you said, or Keith said before, if we shut down, if we shut down Detroit, now you're looking at this Dallas defense in a whole new light. Like, you're looking at them like, oh, you know what? These boys can ball. And one of the comments coming in from King said Darius Slay, he asked for his release in Pittsburgh. He's gone now. Do we go pick him up to solidify the cornerback room? Now, normally I'd be all over this and say, yeah, go get him. I got a shitty feeling he's going to wind up back in Philadelphia. That's just my gut. But again,
that's not the question. The question is, do you want him?
Dude. You add another corner right now. I've been clamoring for Stephon Gilmore for the last 3 months. You know what I mean? So
we need. I would love to pick Darius Slay up.
Yeah, if you gave me Slay as a 4th corner, because he just got released.
I know he got released. He's 34 years old. He can't cut it on Pittsburgh. Why would you bring a guy like that in right now?
If it doesn't,
when we have young corners that are stepping up and playing very well right now.
Right, but we have.
Why fuck that up?
There. A couple are tender right now. I mean, it's just good to have in the room. If we could get them for nothing, yeah, why not?
We'll see. But, like I said, Carson's been dealing with some hamstring thing. He seems to be okay. It just seems like everything for the Cowboys right now. And again, you can knock on all the wood you want. There, and I said this earlier on another show. Find me a better team in the last 3 weeks in the NFL. Like, because you're the Rams. Well, the Rams just dropped to the Panthers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like,
but here's the thing. It's exciting because of the reversal, the way they've been in momentum. I mean, look, we still have a long way to go.
Sure.
I can't buy in right away. I'm very happy. I'm just enjoying it week to week. You know what I mean? Because it's still the Cowboys.
And again,
I would say I'd raise you the Patriots.
The Patriots. All right. So my argument against the Patriots, and again, they've played lights out. They've won 9 in a row, 10 in a row, whatever the hell it's been. But like my argument with the Patriots is that their signature win hasn't come yet. I don't think, right? Like, because now you're dealing with the Miamis of the what?
They have 11 wins, don't they?
I understand that.
I'm your signature win. What is it? What does that even mean?
Because tell me who they beat. Is what I'm saying.
They beat 11 teams. I don't give a fuck.
They play the Jets twice. They play the Dolphins twice. They play the fucking the AFC South, which sucks right now. North sucks right now. Their schedule is what I'm saying. Yes, 11 wins in the NFL. I'm not going to knock them. Like, they're the best in the fucking AFC. I get it, right? I get it. But I'm telling you.
I get what you're saying, though. He's saying, like, they haven't had their must win against, like we did Kansas City.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Sorry.
You don't have to get it.
What I think people don't understand how fucking hard it is to win 9 games in a row in the NFL, no matter who you're playing.
He's not putting them down. He's saying
he's not. But to say that we're playing the best in the last 3 weeks, no, I disagree with that. I would put the Patriots over us for that simple reason that this winning streak is continuing for 9 fucking games or whatever it's been. That's a lot.
All right, Grinch.
All right. Again, I'm saying this because of the last 3 weeks. That's all. Like, and fly me, like, a Cowboys win over the Chiefs on Thanksgiving to me is more impressive than a Patriots win over the Giants last night.
But you're missing the point.
He's saying what he's saying is they're playing the best football.
They're having a signature season.
Yeah,
fuck a win.
The Patriots right now, no bullshit, remind me of the 16 Cowboys, because that's exactly what we did. We lost the first game to the Giants, ripped off 11 in a row, and we had young Dak, they have young May, we had young Zeke, they got Travion and all these other guys, and they got young receivers. So I'm looking at the Patriots like, yeah, they're going on a signature run.
That was Dak's rookie year. This is Drake May's second, but
you know what I'm saying, though. Young quarterback. I'm not
and
saying.
Also, Malik Davis only played for us. He didn't play for other teams.
Well, I thought he got claimed to a practice squad and then got released.
No, just us.
Playing? I didn't say he played any games.
No, I'm just saying.
I get what Sturge is saying.
He's only been on our team.
Okay,
good. Look, that happens every year. I mean, you had the undefeated Patriots.
Oh no, this year it's the Broncos to me. It ain't the Patriots.
No, that's not. No,
the real deal.
What I'm saying, you had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Patriots are for real.
No. I'm saying you're saying the Broncos are what?
To me, Broncos are frauds. They're one and done. Absolutely done.
I couldn't agree more.
That's the team that I think is generic.
But what I was saying is like that the year which is kind of people are comparing us to that Giants team now online.
I've heard that too, and that's cool. That's cool.
Where, you had the 17-0 Patriots that were just a juggernaut that were playing perfect football, and then you had this scrappy team that comes in at the mid to end of the season and it ends up winning the Super Bowl.
I love scrappy. Scrappy is a good word. No, I agree. I agree. This Cowboys team has a lot of resemblance.
Every fucking year, there's always that dark horse team that comes in.
Can you look around the league though right now? I'll ask both of you. And I know Keith is on the Patriots right now, but like last year when you're looking around, you're like, well, you got to dethrone the Chiefs, right? I mean, they're going to be the team. They're going to win every game. You know what I mean? Like, that's the Chiefs. Everybody looked at the Chiefs that way. You looked at the Philadelphia Eagles that way last year because of the tush push and Barkley having a miracle season. Is there a team in the NFL right now wholeheartedly that you're like, nobody's going to beat those guys in the playoffs? Do you really think that's the Patriots, Keith?
I would say the Rams over the Patriots.
Okay, but and to just argue that, I watched the Panthers take care of business on Sunday.
Yeah,
week to week, I get it. But
but you're asking me a question. I mean, you can have an off game. I mean, it's okay in the NFL for Stafford to have one bad game. I meant even 2 bad games.
Mm-hmm.
But you're asking me, when it comes down to it, you think they took the Panthers seriously?
I mean, the Panthers are in the hunt just like everybody else.
That's not my point. You think that they looked at that as a playoff game when they came in and they played the Panthers? No, they absolutely didn't. They're way ahead. They're very close to closing the number 1 seat. They're going in on a team
Rams got caught sleeping.
That's coming up. You're a coming up team that nobody's taken serious, including us when we played them, the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that goes behind that. So I meant, right now, if you're asking me, it would be the Rams. Now, can they be beat? Yeah, but if you're telling me to pick one team, it would be the Rams out of any team in the NFL right now.
Okay, I'm just going to say I don't see not one team in the NFL that I'm like, you can't. That team's on.
Well, you got to remember too,
and that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's a good thing.
The Cowboys are exciting right now because of the story. So, what the media does and online is there's this complete turnaround of the defense where we beat Super Bowl teams back to back. It's great. It's a great talking point. And, because you have to there has to always be a story somewhere.
They got to find a darling.
Right. You got
And right now the Cowboys are the dog.
it's an interesting story right now. If we beat Detroit soundly, I would have a little bit more faith, but then I also know that we can end up losing to Washington. You know what I mean? Where I mean, it's just the wheels could fall off this wagon.
I have this disgusting fear that it comes down to week 17, where it's like we need the win and we need the Eagles to lose. The Eagles will lose, and then somehow Jackson Dart beats the Cowboys.
Jackson Dart's scary.
God.
Scary.
First of all, Jackson Dart, if he keeps playing the way he's playing, he's not going to be around very long. I'll tell you that right now. Like that kid.
But again, we just, if we win outright, our odds increase. One of these 2 teams or 3 teams in front of us, you know, they have to play. The Bears look great. I mean, you want to talk about a team that's playing with momentum. You know what I mean? And can solidify a playoff spot. The Bears are scary too.
You know what's funny about the Bears is that I look at the Bears as one of the teams that could potentially drop off. And I'm like, yeah, they're playing great. They played Philly. They ran Philly out of their own stadium, which is wonderful. It's like music to my ears to watch those fans just scream at and boo off the top of the lines. But I'm looking at the Bears with a difficult 5 games left. Like,
I don't know, man. With the Bears, what I like about them is they know how to win at the end of a game. And I know that's what Denver's been doing, but it's been a little different for them, to me, because I see it more on both sides of the ball that they know how to win. With Denver, Bo Nix has been bailed out by a really, really good defense. And Caleb is actually playing really good football, which I don't think anybody saw coming, unless you're a USC fan, maybe, and a diehard Bears fan. Just
to give you a broad scape, and again, I know Keith's going to love this when I read off the rest of the Bears schedule, but just hear me out. All right, hear me out.
I'm all afraid of Keith. Like,
I'm not afraid of Keith. I ain't afraid of you
because I meant
no. At all.
Yeah,
but you think they're going to fall off? I get it, but
but hear me out, right? Okay. Upcoming next, the Packers. Okay. Then after that, the Browns. They'll probably take care of the Browns. Fine. After that, the Packers again. After that, the 49ers, who are going to need it. After that, they close the year with the Lions. So, you know,
why?
Those
are 4 football games. Like, we're going to need. Who do you think they're going to play? The Cardinal. I mean, who are they supposed to play every week?
Their fucking schedule is brutal, dude.
Yeah, they've had a pretty brutal schedule. I mean, they've had tough teams already.
They played us when we sucked.
So. Well, here's the thing: we need the Bears to win all those games. We need them to win all those games and get into the.
That's right. You want Green Bay. You want Green Bay to lose to them twice, because
you know what I see now. You know what I see. You want to talk about script writers in the NFL. You want to talk about the way this whole thing is going to play out, right? Somewhere along the line, if the Cowboys were to get in the playoffs, and again, big if, because Lord knows how this next 5 are going to play out, but man, is it going to be ultimate cinema when it's the Packers and the Cowboys in the playoffs, and we got to go to Green Bay, and it's like, y'all tied. Guess what? You're gonna settle that this year, not next year. This year, and it's like, oh fuck, you know, it's like I don't want anything to do.
I just if
he gets so excited, I love it.
We make the fucking playoffs again. Even if we're 1 and done.
I don't know.
Okay. This at least makes these last 3 weeks at least made the season for me, where there was a little bit of hope. It was exciting to watch. Thanksgiving was one of the best days I've had. I mean, we were with the whole family and we had great dinner. We were like, it was fucking great.
My dad caught me on ring cam. I didn't know it was even there.
Dude, I tell you, why did you run out of the house? Because you can't yell at.
Because I yelled enough in the house. I yelled enough during that game where my whole family, my kids, everybody's looking at me like, Uncle Dave's a fucking menace, right? And I'm like, you know, I'm trying to get into it.
Did you see the video?
I'm holding on to my own self.
Did you see the video? That's the question.
Yeah, I saw him go out.
He's just like, yes.
Listen.
Back in the house.
When we caught that last first down to seal it, right? I felt my entire body like, Dave, you have to release this, and if you release this, you're going to scare somebody. So just get out of the house and do it.
I saw a picture of Sturch on Facebook with he's like back with his feet off the ground, and I actually asked him was he doing that? Was that superstitious while the play was going down? Does he lift his feet off the ground?
No,
I was celebrating.
It wasn't even like a celebration. It was like a, all right, and you're just like holding back. And of course, my whole family, my friggin' sister-in-law catches it, and she's like, "This kid is an absolute animal." But yeah, listen, it's been fun. Just like Brett said, it's been fun. This whole run has been fun. To be in Vegas and see it start there was fun, right? And then you're watching
what you guys have done your comparisons, like you guys are comparing it to the Giants run.
Sure.
I'm gonna do one a little different that keeps popping in my head, and it was Romo's when he took over for Bledsoe, right?
06.
And we got really hot. It was in the Giants game. He took over. We got really hot. We were winning games. And Philly, believe it or not, dropped like 3 games behind us. And this is after we beat the Giants the second time. Well, we didn't beat them the first time, the second time. And regardless, we started we were like givens for the division. Everyone thought we had it. And then we started losing. And then Philly, who was 3 games behind us, started winning. And then it came to the last week. I remember we played Detroit. And we ended up, believe it or not, we're playing Detroit this week. That's weird. In Dallas, and we ended up losing that game, and Philly ended up winning, and they ended up winning the division. That's why we were a wild card, and we went to Seattle.
The path would have been
the
so
Romo
much
drop.
different.
But I'm just saying though, like sometimes, like Philly pulled ahead, and they're like, "Oh, they're 9-2, they got this. They're gonna," and then before you know it, we're just creeping behind. We're creeping behind. So that's where I could see something like that happen.
So you think, I mean, me and Brett can do the NFC conference gymnastics all day, but you think maybe that this story ends with an NFC East title?
I think that's our best shot.
Your best shot. Okay.
I do.
I typically agree.
Without winning all the way, I should say. What I'm trying to say is I know we're a game and a half behind them.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is if they lost and we lost this week, we still have a shot at winning the division, and I think we still could.
The thing with Philly that is interesting is they're being criticized. They're calling for Sirianni's head already, which
they're more or less on the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but still, I was on this board, and as a Cowboys fan, I even told him I have no business commenting, but what the fuck do you want from the guy? I mean, he's won the NFC East twice. He's been to the Super Bowl twice. Got you a ring. And they're like, get him the fuck out of here. Like, but
as Cowboys fans, we would legitimately sacrifice children to get to where the fuck they got. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
The thing is, they're lost this week.
Easy, Dave. All
right, maybe not that far. Close.
But they're lost this week.
I don't know the kid, Keith. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, bro.
Their loss this week was not a must win for them, but they needed to show something after they lost to us, and they didn't win. And they could be falling apart. I mean, because, who knows? But they're still the Super Bowl champions, so they could just get it together like they did last year. They were saying there was problems in the locker room and all kinds of shit going on, and then Philly just had this ran through everybody and won the damn Super Bowl. So, you don't know, but that seems to be the best route, looking at everybody else's schedule that I shouldn't be doing. And I think if Philly loses 2 games coming up, I mean, that could be big for us.
Well, and I know guys, we're going to drop one more game. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. I don't know when. I think if it does,
the Chargers.
It's out of the last. It's in the next 3 weeks. It's going to be in the next 3 weeks. One of them, maybe 2, but one of them.
This game, if we win this game, this will say a lot for who we are. And
well, here's the deal.
Short-term memory, boys. Short-term memory, just so everybody's clear.
And I want to bring up the Eagles again because I've heard a rebuttal to what Brett's saying, because he's not alone in thinking how horrible Eagle fans are with with saying, why are you guys coming down? It was some idiot wrote on one of the sports pages I'm on. He's like, that's because we expect nothing but perfection out of our team. We're not the Cowboys. We're not this. You slip up once, we're going to let you hear it. We're Philly. It's like, I'm you fucking loser. But no, here's the thing. But here's the best part about it. Okay, all that's fine. Did you see what happened to the OC?
For the Philly?
Yeah.
I mean, they were calling for his head.
No.
Oh, he got egged.
Yeah, they fucking egged his house.
Yeah.
It's like, who's gonna want to coach for you guys? What's wrong with you?
They're fucking dude. They're such scum
They're
out
delinquent,
there,
bro. They're the worst
I love them,
fans
though.
ever. I can't stand them, bro. I hate them.
I stand on this. You couldn't give me free 50-yard line, first row Lincoln Financial Field ticket. I would not go. And it's not because, oh, you're afraid of the. No, I just don't. First of all, I don't want to go to jail for fucking up
That's
one of those
what
guys.
it's about. Going to jail. It's
Like
not about
I don't need that shit. I can go to a Giants game, a Jets game, all these other games. We'll bicker back and forth, but that's it. That's all it is. With Philly, bro, I was at the Rutgers game the other day with this hat on and a Rutgers hoodie, walking out. Penn State beats Rutgers in a horrific fashion, and two guys from above, go Birds, go Birds. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dude. And they just kept saying it. I was like, all right, Sirianni's a cuck. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, go away. But like these fans, listen, they're not prepared for this kind of shit. We as Cowboy fans, we are built for this kind of shit. We are built for collapses. We are built for tragic moments. We have risen through this.
It depends on when you lived, and we were that franchise. We were that franchise. I mean, they put something the other day. Most wins. We still have the most winning seasons and playoff appearances in a row. It's like 20 seasons in a row.
I tell my dad that when they put that graphic up, I was like, Dad. I was
That's
like,
Landry.
You didn't have one losing season for 20 years. Must be nice.
Well, the Eagles, on the other hand, we're always struggling. And these past, they had the one Super Bowl with what's his name, and then the two with Sirianni. That's not them. I mean, it's like the Patriots. The Patriots were historically a bad team. And then the last 20 years, they're the franchise.
And they met a man named Tom Brady. So
well, we're not used to this. We are if you're younger, but when you're our age, this ain't the Cowboys.
Hey Keith, you're the historian as far as records are concerned. RJ Ochoa, dear good friend of the show, Blogging the Boys, right? He put out a video the other day. I don't know if you realize this, but from 2016 to 2000, I believe 23 or 22 or 23. The Cowboys have had 3-game winning streaks or more every year. And I'm like, yeah, like it doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't seem, I'm like, no way, but then again, they got hot and they had 12-5 records. So somewhere along the line, you go on a little bit of a run. But for this season and this Cowboys team, this run is different because of who you're taking down in front of you. And everybody in the world is picking against you every week, right? You're like, how many people pick fucking Philly to win that game? And dude, the best graphic I saw was posted on like November 12th. And it said the Eagles can wrap up the East by Black Friday if this happens. And all three things that they needed to happen in the next 3 weeks did not happen. So there's got to be something to that. And again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but the fact that the Cowboys have a nice amount of home games down the stretch, even though, there's 2 home games against decent opponents coming up. We play well at home. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm looking at the Eagles in particular. I wouldn't be surprised as much as I think, hey, as long as the Eagles lose to the Chargers and the Bills, we'll be straight. I think they drop one of the Commanders. I really do. Based off of watching the Commanders the other night against Denver, against the best defense in football, from what people say, Marcus Mariota, which, by the way, Collinsworth, I don't know why he kept pronouncing his name like that.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That was annoying.
Was horrible. He was like, oh, Mariota. And I'm like,
Mariota.
Yeah, that's like pronouncing the L in salmon.
Salmon. It's like, what are you doing, bro? But anyway, I watched Marcus Mariota do his thing against the Broncos, and I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, again, we got to play him again, which sucks, but maybe they pick off Philly as well. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot more options, I think, than just Buffalo and the Chargers. I think the Philadelphia Eagles offense is not clicking. You might have seen A.J. Brown go off on your fantasy teams, but again, he can't be the answer every week. And again, he's going to pout the next time they lose again. So I'm looking at this Cowboys team just like you, Keith, and I'm thinking maybe the best way to do this is to win the NFC somehow with a collapse by Philly and us to win, maybe finish, maybe 10-6-1 gets it done. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think that could get it. I think that could get it done. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Philly right now, how many losses they got? 4? So they would have to lose 2, right? Yeah. Put them at 6. No, 3. But that's possible, I think.
Very possible.
Just based off of what they're playing like.
Yeah.
So, look, again, hypotheticals, anybody's game. So now let's get into to Detroit and how the how the hell the Cowboys are going to get this done. Detroit has obviously not looked like Detroit in the last couple of weeks. A lot of people are thinking they're just complete frauds. I don't think so. I think they've been bit by the injury bug, and it's Dan Campbell's still a good coach. But I'm like, Keith, do you think how many times in this game, over under, gun to your head, how many times does Dan Campbell go for it on fourth down?
I'd say 3 times.
How many times does he get it?
Once, twice. We'll get it twice.
I was going to give him a 1 for 3.
Maybe 3 times. I think it's closer to him getting it 3 times than it is.
Well, it depends on what the situation is. If it's like 4th and 1, yeah.
But he's been known to just
4 and
we
4
don't punt.
5.
Okay, tough guy.
Bro, I think that's the thing. That's why Sturch is asking that question, bro, is that he goes for it on 4th and 5, 4th and 3, 4th and 2.
Especially if it's one of those too long for kicks.
Especially if it's us.
Punts. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, he wants to stick. Let's all have a short-term memory, guys. The Dallas Cowboys got lambasted last year by the fucking Detroit Lions.
You know what I remember about that? There's 2 things I remember. Brett, you couldn't make the podcast.
Right.
But the best call, probably this might be as bad as, well, it's not as bad as did you see what Mariucci said about the Minnesota free agent? I meant the quarterback that started for Minnesota this week,
who shouldn't be playing in the CFL, but go ahead. Yeah.
No, well, he's in the NFL. It's awesome. He's an undrafted free agent. It was his first game ever. Mm-hmm. But he said that Mariucci was like, he's going to throw for over 400 yards. And he's going to be the next Kurt Warner, a true underdog. That's what he said right before. He literally one of the worst quarterbacks.
Was that one of those was that a segment where it's like bold takes that don't make sense?
That I don't know.
Or do you think he was actually sincere?
Yeah. But my whole thing with that is, and not putting the kid down, he could be great, but he's just first game undrafted free agent ever.
Bad game. Yeah.
But regardless, was you going in this game?
What'd I say?
It's going to be our first 40 burger of the season.
Last year?
Yeah. We didn't even score a touchdown.
Jesus Christ. That might, in fact, be my worst take of all time. Honestly, that's up there. It might take the cake, though. Like, for me to think we're going to drop 40 on the line.
We put 9 points up.
The end zone. That's
they put 49 up or something. Though.
They
got that part right.
They beat the shit out of us last year, and it was so bad. It's demoralizing, and I know the Cowboys, the true Cowboys that are still there from last year, they don't forget that shit. No way. Yeah. No, they fucking don't.
Well, the one good thing about this team is that there is a camaraderie that they have. You know what I mean? Like I was listening to the sounds of the sidelines again.
Great one this week, yeah.
And they're all. I don't know, man.
Bro, I'm not going to say anything. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying is that one of the good things is that they really believe that they're good. You know what I mean? Which is what you want your team to do. But even when they were down, that's the other thing is when you're down twice and you come back and you win. You've been there before. And it's almost like they're fighting. They got nothing to lose, so fuck it. I
think it's when you start 3-5. When you start 3-5-1, I think you're playing with house money. To be honest,
yeah. But also a good example. What he's saying is what I'm saying about the Bears. Like when they're in the fourth quarter, they've been there before. It's like there's no.
No, the Bears to me are playing the best. I'm
just saying though. There's no doubt in my mind when they're in the fourth quarter and I see they're close. In my mind, I'm like they're going to pull this off.
The Bears?
Because that's what they've been doing all fucking season. Well, and it happens all the time.
And, we're talking about there's the one team that's playing consistent, which you have every year, right? Like you had the Patriots in the AFC. You have the
Broncos, too. I mean, the Broncos are fucking 10-2.
You have the Rams in the NFC, but then there are those scrappy teams that come in at the end. The Bears actually, if we're going to write this story, look like the team that could just get to the Super Bowl. That are that type of scrappy team, and then we come in.
I could agree with that.
In the storyline where you always have that wild card team that's going to give people problems. Like if we make the playoffs, it could be like the Bears Cowboys type, where the Rams get clipped off earlier, and then we could end up losing to the Bears. Which again, when I watched them play against us, I thought they were a worse team. Coming in only because it's the Bears, and then now they're just playing fucking
Bro,
great.
they were at the time. You know, they just when we played them, they were a week off of losing to Detroit 52-21 or something.
Yeah.
So I meant they weren't playing really great. I mean, they're finding themselves. They're still a young team, and they really are.
And they put it on the Cowboys. Like
They did, and
they were messing up flea flickers and still connecting. Remember that
running
shit?
back that they have, Kyle, whatever.
Monongai, Rutgers, baby.
There you go. He's a rookie. And he's another one stepping up for them.
7th round draft pick.
Did you see that stat for the Patriots last night for youngest players taking snaps? Or was it rookies taking or something like that? So I think it were rookies, maybe. But anyways, there's 5 teams where most of their snaps had rookies in. New England's the only team that doesn't have a shitty record right now, meaning that all their young players are winning these games.
So happens
and they
when you
have
hit on these draft picks, man.
before their contracts are up, which is what you need.
Those are the windows. Those are the windows. Before you got to pay May. And look, let's call it how it is. In 3 years, we're going to be talking about May as the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Absolutely, it's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And Dak Prescott's contract's going to be like freaking 12. You know what I mean? Like when it comes down to scale. But like, yeah, you got to hit. And again, I can credit the Cowboys, as Brad has alluded to a million times, like offensive line. Yes, we've hit a lot on the offensive line. The other positions, maybe not so much, right? There's a lot of things that we've kind of looked at, like, ooh, goddamn, you know, it's not
hell no.
It's not clicking. Overshawn was obviously a steal, I think, right? And then you look back and you look at guys like Damone Clark and shit, like, and you're like, all right, that wasn't a, you know, there's some guys that we drafted in the 2nd round just 3 years ago, and they're not in the league anymore.
Yeah.
So that like we've missed horrifically, right? And that's why
it's hard. It's easy to miss.
It's right. It's harder to hit on everything. And what Keith is alluding to is that the Patriots have probably hit on the majority of their picks, being that all these guys are so low on the age, right? So look, there's so much to dive into, and it all is it for not I mean, Leah Fowl might be a steal, but right, like you said, angry Cowboys fan, like that guy's not being trusted by the coaching staff at all.
Yeah, there must be a reason, man.
There's got to be something going on.
You know, he does get some bad penalties sometimes, and again, I like to put myself in this as the type of player I was. I was a stupid player. I don't mean getting dumb penalties. I was just looking at, I love to get the big hit. And, you know, a lot of times you take yourself out of position when you're just flying at the ball. And, you know, my coach used to say that all the time. He'd be like, why? Just stay at home.
Slow down. Yeah.
And I was always looking for the big hit. That was always my thing. And there are those. I was a dumb player. You know, I just would instinctively.
Well, I would say right now.
I think that might be Leah Fowl's problem, where he's overly aggressive. Yeah.
I would say that their weakest starter, if he is starting right now, would be Kenneth Murray. Out of all of our starters,
I agree. He was in there on that Travis Kelce touchdown. I'm like, why is he the one covering him? Like,
and you know, he was close. I mean, he didn't get killed on it.
No, not killed.
I'm talking more because I've watched. I was trying to show Brett the all 22, but he was too busy on his phone like a teenager. But when I was there, why
did you bring it up when I was there? Why do you?
Whatever. I kept trying to show him, and he's there. Hey, look at his video. Look at his video. How come you don't look at any of the videos I sent you? I'm like, bro, I'm trying to scout right now. Anyways,
Keith's on the payroll now, guys.
Anyways, many listeners.
I'm looking at the all 22, and there were so many. I wanted to bring up plays with Kenneth Murray where he's so out of position, man.
Yeah,
and that's a skill. But the good thing about playing Goff is he is not a runner. He'll run.
Bingo.
But that's really comes into our favor.
Think about the last. Excuse me. Think about the last 3. Well, Gino's not really a runner, but he could if he needs to. But like, look at the last 2 quarterbacks we played.
I'd say 2, yeah.
Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, and we saw and witnessed Patrick Mahomes unable to be brought down at the end of that game. Right? We're like, what the fuck? So like, you're looking at Jared Goff. He is one of the last of the Mohegans when it comes to like pure pocket passers. He likes to drop back. He likes to fire him in there. Now, who is he firing him in there to this week? Guys like Tesla and guys like Jameson Williams, like you got to watch out because they got burners too, man.
Williams had himself a game, bro.
Yeah, well, he had himself a game because you don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Exactly, but I'm saying he's a baller.
And listen, but for every 80-yard scamper that Jameson Williams has, he will also drop one off his face, and that's his MO right now, and that's fine. What I'm saying is, when it comes to Jared Goff as a pure drop back passer, that's when guys like Quinnen, Kenny Clark have to just collapse the pocket. He's screwed.
And listen, don't forget about Osabuco, man. That kid's been playing phenomenal.
And he's talking about Osa Odigizua. Thank you very much. God bless you.
But would you say, other than Lamar Jackson, that those two, Jalen Hurts and Mahomes, are probably the two most? And you could maybe throw Josh Allen in there.
Josh Allen's a unicorn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm saying like those are the most mobile. They'll kill you with their legs. I mean,
believe it or not, Bo Nix
that's
Bo Nix's thing too. Yeah.
I mean, that one play where we had him, he skipped out and then
frustrating. Frustrating.
I mean,
the Chiefs fans had the nerves to even blame refs. I'm like, you guys realize who you guys are?
Like, you know what?
They love you.
I would say that it's funny you said drop passes. So CeeDee Lamb does lead the league in drop passes right now.
Fair.
Crazy.
Fair.
I'm just saying. I was a little shocked. I know he had to, but I guess altogether there's been other games where, we know he has, but the majority of them have come against Philly.
Well, yeah, think about it. He's got like 6 against Philly alone.
Yeah, and I think he has 9 altogether, and he's tied with somebody else, but I couldn't find out who that person was. I was trying to find. Maybe Jameson Williams.
And when I look at CeeDee Lamb, just based off of last week in particular alone, right? You have these weird performances against Philly both times, and you're like, Jesus, or like, what the hell? The fan base came down on him, and I caped up for him a little bit on Twitter. I said, yo, guys, just remember, like, the CeeDee Lamb is still CeeDee Lamb, and eventually he's going to come out of this and he's going to make plays. Thanksgiving Day was an example of him just saying, you know what? I don't give a shit what anybody's saying right now. I'm going to make some plays. And I
have to say, Dave Sturch, there's not many passes where I'm like, fuck. That is one of the greatest passes I think I've seen Dak Prescott throw. Was that deep ball to CeeDee? Dropped it in the bucket.
In the bucket, dude.
That's one of the best passes I think I've ever seen.
Can we talk about the aggression of the play call?
Yeah,
we don't need that awesome play. We don't need that play. And Dak just drops back, play action, looking, and I'm like, wait, what's he? And then just launches it. I'm like,
and you know what, buddy? That's what good. That's what I like to see. And I'm about to say something. That's what good teams do.
Yeah,
you play to win. You don't play not to lose. Right?
And you play to your strengths.
Yeah,
that's a strength. When you have CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens lining up, and you have Ferg underneath, and you got Turpin, I guess, but like you got guys. Mingo could play a roll down the road. You got Flournoy doing his thing. Like
they need Flournoy in there as the third. I mean, everyone's playing. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Everyone's playing great. I don't mean to shuffle anything, but if they really want to continue, put Flournoy. I mean, bring Turpin in on special plays.
Tolbert has been absolutely. I mean,
I don't even know where. I don't think he's playing.
I haven't. I don't think he's been on the stat sheet for the last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. But again, they serve their purpose other than, because if they're like, we got seeding, we're rolling coverage over to George Pickett, they're going to have to go to Tolbert. In those situations, sometimes Tolbert makes a play, right? Sometimes Tolbert makes a play, like a toe drag swag or some shit like that. They got weapons everywhere. And this is the first time I can say that. And not for nothing. And again, this credit to Clayton Adams, one of those guys that nobody really talked about in the beginning of the season. When we brought him in, you talk about an offensive line / run game specialist. This dude has that offensive line keeping Dak upright for the majority of every game. There hasn't been a game where I'm like, oh man, Dak's been mugged all day. It hasn't happened, right? And again, you've got Aiden Hutchinson coming in this week, one of the premier pass rushers of the league. What you got to do is you got to chip this guy, right? Or you just got to give faith to Terrence Steele, who kept a couple other guys at bay, I want to say. Not saying like they don't get pressures, but like the offensive line is what makes this tick. And we've talked about that time and time again, the running game. And Keith, you were off the podcast for a second. But, dude, did you ever in a million years think that Javonte Williams in 12 games into the season is 6th in rushing? 6th.
That's amazing, dude.
That's nuts for $3 million. Meanwhile, Philadelphia's paying fucking Saquon 12.
That's another brilliant GM move by them, because I had no faith in them.
I did. I was like, listen, just give him.
You did
coming off ACL 2 years ago.
Starch, in my defense, you have faith in every single person that comes to the Dallas Cowboys.
That's not true. I was not a fan of Roy Williams. He got here.
And I like that. That's fine.
My boy Nick's just retweeted it. He's got a big following over there on Twitter. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, and Jalen Tolbert's not the type of body shot he wants out there. Like he's not fitting the mold right now. And that's not to discredit his play.
But here's the thing. So Mingo, I saw his Mingo thing pop up. Where the hell has he been? He's just been a healthy scratch. Mingo?
Mingo? I mean, again, the Cowboy fan base gets so focused on the primo too that you forget about the guys that are. And unfortunately, Kevontae Turpin has been a little bit of a non-factor in the receiving game, right? And they try these little gadget things. I said that's so Cowboy. I think they converted a big first down. The first thing they ran was an end around. Kevontae Turpin. I'm going to kill somebody.
Dallas is a head-on offense. The trick plays don't really work. I mean, we've got
never has.
I like that traditional style where and you guys would know better than me because you do fantasy and everything. How are Detroit's corners in secondary?
Because that's not fantasy really, but
that's not really. But what I will say is, just recently the Packers,
because they're mid right now. They're mid. They're dead mid. I think they're 5 defenses below Kansas City. They're right in the middle.
Romeo, the Packers had a day on Thanksgiving against their corners. So again, and the Packers don't pack what we're packing right now. They don't. They just don't. Right. And I'm not saying that to knock the Packers because the Packers got two more games better than us, but they're not putting out the offensive weapons we are.
We went toe to toe with them, and we had the worst defense in the NFL.
We have the worst clock operator in the NFL because if that motherfucker just put 1 second more down, we win that game. But that's if my aunt had.
But I'm saying right now, Dallas is a better team than when they played Green Bay. I mean, they're a better team when they played anybody. But Detroit will be. We should just once we get past Detroit, then we can see what's going on. I mean, I know we're still underdogs by 3.
It's okay. We were underdogs by 3 to Kansas City. We're underdogs by 3 to the Philadelphia Eagles. So
there's really quick. I know I'm going to jump off topic for 1 second. It's not really off topic. I just want to talk about one player.
And then we'll pick the game. But go ahead.
Okay, in the NFL, because when I saw Fred Warner his rookie year, I couldn't stop talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns have one of those linebackers, bro, and I'm bringing up the Browns now. I know, but he's a white boy, bro. He's a rookie. Holy shit! His name is Schweishli or something. I've seen him in a couple games, and I'm bringing this up now because I'm telling you right now, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy I was talking about, dude." Boy, he was shutting down Robinson, Bijan. I mean, he flies around the field, flies. But Brett was bringing up fantasy and players, and that just made me think of it. So sorry.
Totally. So listen, all right, Thursday night football. Cowboys at the Lions. Prime time again, which by the way, I was waiting for the NFL to flex us out of prime time next Sunday night, but it seems like they're going to keep it.
Never flex us out. Are you out of your mind?
I'm just saying it's the Vikings, and I'm like, God damn,
bro. They didn't flex us out last year when we weren't even in playoff contention.
That's true too. So yeah, it looks
it's
like
the Bengals who weren't either. They kept us.
Fair.
The Simpson game. Remember they did the Simpsons with it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
That was horrible. Two primetime games in a row. Nationally, by the way, I'm me for ordering the NFL ticket this year. I'm so mad. 12 games, bro. 12. Not one that I have to use the ticket to watch the Cowboys. They've been on national TV every week. And now again, they're doing it again this week. They're doing it again next week. That's 14 games. The one game they might not be on national TV is the Charger game. And you guys will get that without using that.
Yeah.
You guys get that because they're in LA. But anyway, I digress.
I don't.
Well, yeah, I feel like you never know where the game is. It's like, where's the game? I don't know.
I hate, I'll be honest with you. I hate this now. Now, even like our Christmas Day, I think, is on Netflix. Thank God.
It's 10 a.m., bro. Our game
on Christmas.
Yeah.
No,
I'm pretty sure
it's the second game.
No, I'm almost positive it's 10 a.m.
Oh God, help me! It's a 1:00 game in Dallas on Christmas. Are you kidding? I'm not going to have time to digest my eggnog. Whatever.
Who drinks eggnog? What
I don't drink eggnog. I just made that up.
Yeah, well, after he eats his figgy pudding,
fruit cake.
Hey, what the name call it?
after Sturcio comes back from wassailing, he eats his eggnog. He drinks his eggnog and eats his figgy pudding.
I eat it right. I drink it right out of the
and then he kisses his wife under the mistletoe. What are you fucking 1800s?
I'm being fucking Crosby. Get off my bro.
Hey, so yeah, I'm looking at it right now. 10 a.m.
Oh,
it goes them, then Lions, Vikings, and Broncos, Chiefs at 5:15.
So we're the fucking matinee.
That's good for me, bro. You'll be driving here at that time.
I know, that's great. That will take time away while I'm driving.
Well, now you're going to Vegas. You missed out on Brett taking Vegas for 20 grand at the fucking slots. Anyway, let's pick this game. Maybe let the dog pick the game as well. Brett, we'll start with you.
No, don't start with me this time.
All right. But you know what? We haven't started with Keith in a long time. So
I don't
Keith,
care. It doesn't.
How does this one play out on Thursday night on Prime TV? The Cowboys against the Lions. Obviously, Lions favored by a couple 3 points. So how do you pick this game?
Well, before the podcast started, I was probably in favor of the Lions in this game. But as we've been talking and the points that I've been bringing up,
I've convinced myself.
I really think that we're going to pull this off. And defensively, I think we win. This is the first game we win where we don't have to score a lot of points.
Interesting.
Okay. I think it's going to be, I think it's maybe 24-14 or something like that, or 24-17. I just see I see the defense, and the reason I meant St. Brown is one of my favorite receivers in the NFL. I mean, honestly, I would say it was last year. It may have been George Pickens and then St. Brown second, even over Justin Jefferson. I know people think I'm crazy. I love the way St. Brown plays, and I love his style. I love his backstory. I love everything about the kid.
Just an aggressive receiver, yeah.
But him not playing, Porter's been, since his rookie year, hasn't been that killing it that much. But the thing that I think they're missing a lot of their offensive line is banged up. I think they have two starters not there. I think that there's
guys not practicing today.
And I think they had a center that they were going to bring in that used to play for them, and he's not coming back or something.
Ragnow, he missed. He failed his physical.
So they're struggling on, and I think it's just with the way our defensive line's playing. The confidence that we have coming in, and Jared Goff not being mobile. My biggest concern, obviously, is the run game. But we'll see how that plays out. But with that, I don't see a high-scoring game, anyways. If they're going to be running all over us, get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that, and I think it's going to happen where he's going for it on fourth downs, and hopefully that plays in our favor. But that all that being said, I say 24-17 Cowboys.
Touchdown winning over the Cowboys. Over the Lions. Brett.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. I'll go. You're gonna. I agree with my brother.
But see how he's writing everything down because he steals from everyone.
This is what I wrote. I wrote Keith 24-17.
Okay,
just
cool.
the score. All right.
Now,
So
I do want to make a point before you said that. I did put Detroit running the clock. So go ahead.
Okay, interesting. Meaning he thinks.
No, I swear on everything. You
I believe.
Write that when you were talking.
Look, the Cowboys have been on a fantastic run. It's been really, really fun to be a Cowboys fan the last 3 weeks. We know what we went through at the beginning of the year was abysmal. We get it. The defense has definitely turned it around. I love. As the season goes along, I love Overshawn more and more with now game reps and just side to side, coast to coast. I think he's one of those guys that might shut down the screen game, right? I think the Cowboys got to put up points, and I think they will. I probably got the Cowboys scoring probably right around 30. I like that. And for the Lions, I think, they'll get a couple touchdowns, probably maybe 2 rushing touchdowns and a couple field 30-20. 30-20 Dallas runs its 4th game in a row. And to boot, as an extra bonus, if Justin Herbert plays on Monday night, I love the Chargers at home against Philly. And that makes things a whole hell of a lot more interesting going down the backstretch.
All right, so all I wrote was Sturge 30-20.
All right, Brett.
Okay. With Detroit having to run the ball, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. Now, here's what I'm afraid is going to happen. I'm afraid that Dallas is going to pass a lot because they want to expose them. I see a lot of drop passes, a lot of miscues, a lot of stupid penalties. And I think we lose by a field goal this game. And I'm going to go 20-17 Detroit.
Okay. For the record, anybody tuning in for the first time, I'm the only one who picked the Cowboys to beat the Chiefs. And I believe I was the only one that picked them against the Eagles too.
No, what do you mean?
I'm kidding. I knew you were going to.
No,
I know. I'm kidding.
What you got to remember too is that You know,
I'm not kidding. I think you're serious.
No, I'm not.
Detroit is they're going to have to run a lot. And when you're a running team, like I could see what happened against the Eagles where like we get a stupid fucking penalty and now they get a first down, keep the drive going.
Sure.
But they're going to eat up a lot of clock when they have the ball. And then I could see us turning the ball over quick because, we're going to be trying to pass. And where I would like us to play a little bit more conservative with our running game, which I don't think we do enough. But again, I'm also wanting to be consistent in picking Dallas to lose.
So I hope you're wrong.
Yeah,
the only thing I'll combat all of this with
3 weeks in a row.
The only thing I'll combat all of this, obviously, me and Keith are on the Cowboys. Brett's on the Lions.
And to be clear, before he says that, I picked the Eagles, I picked the Chiefs, and I picked the Lions.
Say what? No, you didn't.
I know. See, I'm getting you back.
No. What are you 7?
I picked them to lose against the Eagles. I picked them to lose against the Chiefs, and I'm picking them to lose against Detroit.
I picked the Cowboys to win against the Eagles. I picked.
You had a good feeling, and everybody called you delusional. I remember.
Yeah, I know.
I was there. I was in the comments for you
this week.
Keith knows what this is.
Skull?
Like the Vikings?
No, the Rams when we lost 20-0.
Oh yeah.
I'm very superstitious. Just
the only thing I'll say, and I'll watch the whole game with my fucking knees to my stomach if it works. I don't care. But the only thing I'll say is, and this is a true fact, Detroit also desperately needs this game. They have to. They lose this game, they're pretty much wrapped. So that's what makes it a dangerous team. And the Lions have been good for the last couple of years. Let's not discredit them at all, right? But they are down a couple key players, and that's the only reason why I think the Cowboys can score more than them. Lions can have.
Again, you got to look at what Detroit has to do to win, and they're going to have to run, and that's not going to leave us a lot of time.
The Cowboys have been, over the last 3 weeks, one of the better run defenses. So, and that's fact.
I hope to God I'm wrong.
Yeah. All right. Well, so do I. All right. So listen, that will do it for another episode. I appreciate everybody checking in on Twitter and YouTube. If you want to go onto YouTube and like the video and all that fun shit, helps us out, helps us grow. And all that fun stuff. So we will talk to you guys next Tuesday, hopefully with a Cowboys win and an Eagles loss, and things will be a whole shit ton more interesting. Until then, for Dave Sturchio, Brett and Keith Ernst, and also if you guys are bored and you are in New Jersey and you have nothing to do next Thursday, come see Mr. Brett Ernst at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick. So I'm trying to rally the troops to go to that one, and then we'll have some fun. Hopefully we'll be coming off another win. So that'll do it. We'll see you guys next time. Go Cowboys.
Hey, this is Tony Soprano, and you're listening to Jersey Boyz Podcast with your hosts, Dave Sturchio and the Ernst Boys. I mean, I could give a shit about the Cowboys. We're in New Jersey. These guys got balls being Cowboys fans in Jersey. Anyways, enjoy. Whatever.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!